No, guys, 2 Sundays ago, for the first time since I created these sites over a decade ago, every single handicapper scored on Super Bowl Sunday, either with the Ravens and or the over. Well, yesterday in college basketball, it was a near repeat performance as 9 of the 11 handicappers that actually had plays yesterday won. It's easier for me to tell you the two losers, Jeff Benton and Trace Adams, than to recap all the winners. But let's hope for similar success today. Because listen, guys, as I've told you many, many times, the bottom line at this site, and to kind of give you an inside look, a rear view window, shall we say, of how this business works and this particular site's work, this is totally different than from probably what you grew accustomed to hearing growing up from all those charlatans and snake oil salespeople on TV screaming about how they have their lock of the year and it's absolutely free, absolutely free, absolutely free. Oh my God. Anybody tells you something's absolutely free in this business, guys, look up at the sky and make sure you confirm it twice that it's actually blue, because it may be falling on you instead. Absolutely free generally in this business means it's absolutely free after you give me my credit card and I charge you $350 to $5,000 for the play. That's what absolutely free means in this business when you're dealing with the 800 con men. But listen, the way this site works, and I've told you before, is 80 to 85% of the customers are involved in long-term packages because they like to make a commitment to a particular handicapper and they get tremendous discounts. Where some of these packages, you can get 30 days of a handicapper for less than $10 a day. I mean, that's how it works out. However, I also will be the first to tell you guys, and I also tell the handicappers this too, and they find it so funny. Customers, gamblers out there, you're attracted to the bigger and better proposition. You're always going for the guy who has a big play. And that's why it's critical, from my perspective, that the handicappers that have big plays deliver. Guys will often ask me, well, who's your favorite team? What's your favorite play today? My favorite play? Well, A, it's going to be my own, and B, it's going to be whoever else has a big play at the site, because I know that's what you guys are most interested in. That's what got the most sales. That's what's going to have the most action. I've told you I'm a capitalist, but let's be a realist here too, okay? You guys need to win in order to keep coming back to the site. I mean, it's how the wheel goes around here, guys, in business. It's no different than any restaurant. If they put out subpar food, you're not coming back, and you're going to take your business elsewhere, or you're just not going to eat there, period, ever again. Now, there are no guarantees in gambling. I've told you that for 25 years. And, over the long haul, you got to look for somebody that can make you money consistently over the long haul. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. It's whether or not you can ride them out and, again, show a profit over the long haul. Again, that's why 80 to 85% of you out there commit to the site long term. However, when handicappers have big plays, what I like to do, and what I've been doing the last couple of weeks, because I consider this kind of a slow down period between the Super Bowl, between the big dance next year, half the gamblers out there, half the customers, you decide to take off. Big mistake. I think it's easier to win now than it is to win in the month of March. But a lot of you take off. So what I've done is to reward you that come to the site on a regular basis with some phenomenal discount packages, as you know. I've done buy one handicapper, get one free for a week. I've done buy one handicapper for a day, get the plays of one or two other handicappers for the same day for free. And the last 2 weeks, I've given you some tremendous opportunities, half-price specials. And they've all been with handicappers that have had big plays. And I would say conservatively, those guys that I have cherry-picked have hit close to 85% of their plays. And again, we keep the wheel going round and round. And the way I look at it is this way. Yeah, do we lose money doing that? I'm not going to lie to you and say, absolutely, we lose money. Do we get increased sales on those days for those handicappers? Yes. But when you factor in commissions and sales and everything else, I mean, when you're giving away something for half price, you never get the money back. But that's okay. Because again, my philosophy is this. I'm not here to rob you. I have caps on what handicappers can charge different times of the year, okay? Not here to rob you. Nobody at the site is here to rob you. You look at the prices, they're ridiculous. Again, this is not the 800 business. This is not a site where handicappers sell their plays online and sell them via a phone service where they can rob you for their best of the best. Every guy here at the site, the only place you can find his plays is here on the site. And they have nothing better. Whether you buy Craig Davis, Anthony Red, Scott Delaney, or my best bet today, there is not like a double super secret best bet. There is nothing else there. What you see is what you get. So again, these half-price specials, which I'm going to do another one today, and it's going to shock you when I do this one, they're designed to give you an opportunity to get into the game, make some money, build that bankroll for March, and keep coming back. I mean, listen, again, I'm a capitalist, okay? And no one says, oh, I can't be fair and go overboard in terms of being fair and save you money while trying to make you money as well. Now, I just alluded to what I'm going to talk about today. An incredible offer for you. Scott Delaney, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Second biggest play of the season. I talked about it right here on the video reports. 80 dime releases. Thursday, 80 dime winner. Texas Arlington wins outright as an underdog. And FYI, also it is pay after you win play on George Mason. Friday, 80 dime winner. Manhattan needs 2 overtimes. 2.5 point home dog wins outright over Iona. Yesterday, you talk about a nail biter. 80 dime winner. Texas Arlington wins barely, but they get the cover. And a 5 dime pay after you win winner on Georgia Tech. So a perfect 5-0 sweep the weekend, which I consider Thursday through Sunday for Scott Delaney. And he hit those 80 dime plays, his second biggest play of the season, 3 consecutive days. So $10 bettors have now won $6,270 following his advice over the past 79 days. That's a little over 11 weeks, guys. Well, today he's going for it. Biggest play in college basketball of the season. 100 dime Big Ten game of the year. It's your Iowa-Minnesota game that goes at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Yes, it was just 2 Sundays ago when he capped a 3-0 playoff sweep with 100 dime plays by giving you the Ravens over the Niners, and that was a 5th straight playoff winner as well. And these are the same 100 dime plays that he went 4-1 in the college bowl season. The same 100 dime plays over the past 2.5 years in all sports combined. He is 30-16-1. And you're going to get it for half price today if you'd like to, guys. And I'm not kidding around. His normal price is $85, which, for the way he's been winning, certainly not a bad price. But again, you can get it for half price. And here's all you got to do. The coupon code is the word HALF, H-A-L-F. You buy his play, you get it, not for $85, but for $42.50. I can't do much better than that. For his biggest play of the season, a play just as big as his Super Bowl winner 2 Sundays ago, I don't have to recap all the stats for you, and you can get it for half price today. Some people in this business will think it's lunacy to do it, but I don't give a damn because I can do whatever I want. I run the sites, and to be quite frank with you, they could never do that, nor would they ever try to do that because they can't afford to, and they don't want to give anything away because they're in the short-sighted mentality of, rob you today, rob you today, rob you today. That's the thing with 800 scam services. There is no tomorrow. There is only today. And I'm telling you this for a fact, guys. They look to bleed you for today. Because win or lose doesn't matter because tomorrow doesn't exist. I don't believe that. I believe that we've built a community of gamblers that are here long term. And that's why we're by far the biggest in the industry. And to be honest with you, you could take the next 3 to 5 companies in this business that do just exclusive online sales. We're bigger than all of them put together. So you get his play today for $42.50 by using the coupon code HALF. Here's another special, though, for you. Listen, Delaney didn't make those $10 bettors near $7,000 the last 11 weeks without winning on a consistent basis. His 1-week package, if you'd like to sample him, here's a deal for you. His 1-week package normally costs $249. So that would be 7 days of his premium plays. It excludes his very low-rated pay-after-you-win plays, okay? It excludes them. I'm just being upfront, and it says on the website as well. 7 days of service normally costs $249. Want to save $100 off of that price? Want to get 7 days of a service for $149? Just use this coupon code, SCOTT100, SCOTT100. His first name and the number 100, no space between Scott and 100, and that will save you $100 off a 7-day purchase price. 7 days of his action for $149. Another way to look at it is, I just gave you a half-price coupon to get his big 100-dime play today for $42.50. Well, hell, do you realize you can get 7 days of his action using the other coupon for $149? There you go. If you have any questions, guys, as always, you can go ahead and check out customer service and send them an email, and they will be more than happy to answer for you. But You have to admit, I spoke slowly today rather than my usual rapid-fire pace in order to make sure it was perfectly clear. Okay, let's other guys. Craig Davis yesterday. Last year he had 3 100-dime plays in college basketball. They all won. They won by a combined 80 points. Well, last night he had his first 100-dime play in college basketball this season, and it was his 100-dime winner, number 8 out of 9 overall. Oh my God, what a sweat. Louisiana Tech, a 4-point favorite, wins at Idaho by 6. I'm telling you, between that play and Scott Delaney's big play, I am on the local radio stations late last night listening to both of these games in the final seconds going, come on, get the damn cover. He won. So congratulations to Craig Davis. $10 bettors have now won $4,755 following his action over the past, 3 months in all sports. Today, 50-dime winner number 9 out of 12 going for Craig Davis today. 50-dime winner number 9 out of 12. And, hey guys, give me 1 second here. And let me just tell you something about, I just see Craig Davis is on Iowa and Minnesota as well. That's the same game that Scott Delaney is using for his 100-dime play. So you got to love live video because I just noticed this. Let me just look here in the back. Okay, I see what Craig Davis's play is. You think I'm crazy, but this will save you money and also give you kind of a consensus play. Let me look up and see what the hell Scott Delaney has. Delaney's probably very happy that I don't have a play on this game because generally when we're on the same side, he loses. Or I lose. I guess it's both of us lose. Okay, there you go. Craig Davis and Scott Delaney are on the exact same side of the Iowa-Minnesota game today. So I hate to say this, but don't buy Craig. Buy Scott Delaney, $42.50 price, using the code HALF to get his play today. Again, you know, it's wonderful running the sites because, as I always tell you, I can do anything I want. Finally, I also have to give kudos going out to Anthony Red. Yesterday, bounced back from a bad loser on Friday night with Wisconsin-Milwaukee by cashing in with his 80-dime basketball winner number 5 out of 7. UCLA, a 4.5-point road dog, outright over Stanford, 88-80. Basketball bettors, $10 basketball bettors, college and pro now, over the past 2 years, up $10,545 following A-Red's advice. How about Matt Rivers? Right before the Super Bowl, he decided that because of his real business interest, I told you he runs a ballet company in South Florida, that he could no longer really go ahead and be an every single day handicapper. Instead, he wanted to take a shot at picking and choosing his spots because he thought he'd be even more productive. I believe he has gone 5-1 since going to a part-time basis. Yesterday, cashing in, winning day number 20 out of 29, biggest play of the season, 400,000 star winner number 3 in a row, Kansas State over Baylor by 20 points. Brian Rosica bounced back from a couple of losses with his first ever 60-dime play, North Carolina over Virginia yesterday, easily covering the number by 7 points. Since joining the site right after the Super Bowl, he's gone 7-3 and turned 170 dimes of net profit. As for me, couldn't do any better yesterday. I was also on Kansas State yesterday with a 10-dime play, number 6 out of 8. I gave you a 3-0 sweep here with your complimentary plays, winners on North Carolina, New Mexico, and Iowa State. So I was happy. And today your free play is going to be Illinois. Now, overnight, I'd considered making Illinois my best bet today, but I just had some trepidation about this contest because the overnight price was 2.5, and I thought to myself, you know, they're at Northwestern today, and it's a revenge game for the Illini, and considering how well they played. They upset then number 1 Illinois, they upset then number 18 Minnesota, then they snapped like a 8-game losing streak against Purdue in what could have been a big-time letdown situation, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way this game stays at 2.5, and it didn't. When it went up to 4 and then 4.5, that was time for me to jump off the Illini bandwagon. So it's my second favorite play today, which again, that's always my free selections, guys. They're the second or third favorite plays of the days, the games that I came close to using as my best bet, but for one reason or another, they're slightly flawed. In this particular case, there's 2 flaws affecting Illinois in my estimation. One is the increased price, and 2, Illinois is not a great rebounding team. And if you're going to beat Northwestern, a team small in size, a team that's using a lot of 2-3 zone here because of injuries, a team that just lost one of its top rebounders and second leading scorer here recently to injury, then you've got to be able to attack the rack, especially when they're in that zone. Because if they're forcing you to shoot from the perimeter, you've got to be able to get the offensive rebounds. Now, as I said, the Illini are coming off a 79-59 win over Purdue after beating Indiana and Minnesota. Ironically, that 79-point output was the Illini's highest output in a single game this season. And they did their job on the boards. They out-rebounded Purdue 44-34, including 20-14 on the offensive glass. Defense was very strong, forced 17 turnovers, shot 42.6% from the field. Now, right now, I think Illinois is a team, after 3 straight wins, that is playing like it did early in the season when it went to Gonzaga and handed the Cougars their first loss. Now, remember, these two first met January 17th in Champaign, and Northwestern hammered them 68-54. But this is not the St. Wildcats team. They've lost another key player. They played their hearts out, leading Ohio State in Columbus the other night, late in the second half before succumbing 69-59 as a 17.5-point dog. Trust me, I know. I had the Buckeyes that night. But the key in that game, Ohio State, 19 offensive rebounds, and that overcame the 9 turnovers they committed. So I think Illinois is the play here today. I would be willing to give it to you as my complimentary play and say that I still believe they play Illini, even at 4.5, a strong betting proposition today. Okay, guys, that'll do it. Best of luck to you all, and I will catch you again come Monday when we do this one more time.